Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to, of course, another video from me. So I do apologise for the camera angle. Things are in motion, so I may not be here when you actually see this video, but I will discuss it a little bit more as we continue. But a lot of these videos, just for full transparency, are pre-recorded. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 couch co-op games in no particular order. Now, I've been saying on this channel for a while, where the heck has couch co-op gone? I absolutely love couch co-op games and I have very, very fond memories of them. So when I was a very, very young child, I would play games with my mum, but more accurately, I would tend to watch her playing video games. And then it sort of developed into her watching me play video games, and we'd, swap the controller back and forth, etc., etc. Now, me and mum did play some couch co-op games, which I'm going to be discussing in a moment. But by and large, there weren't too many. Our predominant console then was the PlayStation 2. There weren't too many back then that we were interested in, but the ones that we were have a real nostalgia spot in my heart, so I will be talking about them. Similarly, myself and my husband love playing couch co-op games, and while there have been some absolute standouts, which we are going to talk about in a moment, I do have my list over here. There's not been as many couch co-op games as I would have liked. So hopefully we can get more couch co-op games in the future, particularly with studios like Hazelight, which of course we will be talking about in a moment. So anyway, these are my top 10, technically top 12 or 13, because I have put sequels with each other. And they're in no particular order. Some I do like more than others, of course, but I haven't ordered them for this video. So let's start with Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and Dark Alliance 2. Why aren't I talking about Baldur's Gate 3? Because I haven't played it yet, but I'm sure I'm going to absolutely love Baldur's Gate 3 when I do play it. Now, I have very fond memories of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and Dark Alliance 2. I have played both of them with my mother, and I have played the first game with my husband, and I just love the Baldur's Gate franchise. I would love to get more into D&D. On a side note, I have dabbled here and there. I have played a few games, a few campaigns, but nothing major. So I would love to get back into D&D at one point. And the Baldur's Gate franchise is, of course, an offshoot, shall we say, of D&D, inspired by D&D. For people who know more than me, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I do enjoy the Baldur's Gate franchise a lot. So then moving on to one that's very, very similar, Champions of Norath and Champions Return to Arms. Again, both PlayStation 2 games. Have they done much with the Champions of Norath franchise? I don't think so. I don't think they have. Is it a dead franchise? I don't know. Again, I believe Forgotten Realms inspired by D&D, I believe. So it makes sense. I absolutely love Champions of Norath as well. Do I prefer it to Baldur's Gate? No, I think I prefer Baldur's Gate, but I do also love Champions of Norath. I won't be discussing too much what these games are about, because for some of them, I can't give you the exact storyline because it's been so long since I played them. I just know I love them. So hopefully, if you are interested in any of these games, you can go off and research them yourself. I will try and give you a bit of an idea of what the games are about. Baldur's Gate, I don't think really needs an introduction, and Champions of Norath is very similar, so there you go. And finally, for PlayStation 2, because these have all just happened to be PlayStation 2 games, Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Gauntlet is an arcade game franchise, I believe started on old arcade games and then was sort of ported to different consoles here and there. There's been different iterations of Gauntlet, but Gauntlet Dark Legacy is my personal favourite, again on the PlayStation 2. Again, a game that I've played through multiple times with my mother and with my husband as well, and I just love it. Is it the best game of all time? No. But it is a brilliant couch co-op game and I really, really enjoy it. So yes, definitely give Gauntlet a go if you have a player too. So we'll now move on to some more modern games. And again, I do have my list here. Cat Quest 2 and 3, I have put them together. I absolutely love the Cat Quest franchise. So I have played all three games. Cat Quest 1, unfortunately, was single player, but 2 and 3 are couch co-op. And me and my husband had a brilliant time going through Cat Quest. Obviously, you play as a cat, 2 cats, a cat and a dog in one of them, and I just absolutely love Cat Quest. Really hard to describe. Cat Quest 3, I think, has more of a onus on piracy, which I absolutely love, because I love any kind of pirate-themed game. And you get to play as a cat. What more can I say? Love it. So yes, we will get to Hazelight, of course, but I'm going to leave them for a little bit. Unravel 2. Unravel 1, again, is a single player, I think, but Unravel 2 is a couch co-op. Me and my husband loved playing Unravel 2 together. Now, I'm not a very good platformer, puzzle gamer kind of person. Never very good at Crash Bandicoot, never very good at all of these platforming games, but I really did like Unravel. Now, you play as these two Yarnies who are attached together, and you have to sort of go through the world together, so, you know, solving puzzles, and the storyline is absolutely beautiful. The setting is beautiful. It makes me quite emotional thinking about it, actually. The soundtrack is phenomenal, and the two Yarnies are just absolutely adorable. So much so to the point that for a anniversary or a Valentine's Day or something, I bought the two Yarnies for me and my husband to have in our house, which is quite interesting because we had them in our window at one point, and they looked like voodoo dolls. So I felt a bit I felt a bit bad for that. They are Yarnies, you know what I mean? But yeah, they did look quite funny just sort of hanging there on the window. But yes, Unravel 2, absolutely love it, and I would highly recommend that game if you have a player too. So this one, I didn't know whether to include it in the top 10, but to be honest, the pool is so short that so small that I've included it anyway. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Is it one of the best games of all time? No. Do I have much of what's the words here? Do I have much experience with the Little Big Planet franchise? Not really, actually. But me and my husband did enjoy playing Sackboy: A Big Adventure together. Haven't platinumed it yet because of that one trophy. If you've played it, you know what I mean. Getting through the speed level thing or from start to finish. Can't do it. Terrible, can't do it. Again, I'm not a huge platformer, but I really did enjoy Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and I enjoyed it even more playing it with somebody else. I don't think I'd have enjoyed it half as much if I was playing it on my own. Okay, so it's time. Let's get on to Hazelight Studios, of course, and technically we have an offshoot first. Not an offshoot, but you know, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Very, very short game. My husband didn't like it as much as I did, funny enough. We played that together. I adored it. Very short game, very quick. We did platinum that. I've spoke about all of these before previously on the channel. I loved Brothers. I found it very emotional. I can't talk about it too much, but you play as two brothers whose father is sick and you are going off to find the cure. Now, there is no voice acting in this. There are maybe some grunts or some language. I think it's a language that isn't real, is a fictional language. So when I say voice acting, I mean you don't really know what's going on in the story vocally, but you don't need to. I think there's a plane flying overhead, you'll probably hear that, sorry. You don't need the vocals, the language, in order to understand what's going on in this game, and I find that genius, I really, really do. I found it very enjoyable. That's a very low plane. Oh, well, you might hear that, sorry. I find it very enjoyable, very emotional. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Again, the setting, beautiful. The music is stunning. And I just absolutely adored Brothers. Now, my husband, like I say, didn't enjoy it as much as I did. So, you know, each to their own, but I personally really, really liked it. So, of course, the next three games, I think you can guess what they're going to be. Which one should we talk about first? Let's talk about A Way Out. So, A Way Out, you play as two prisoners, and what a heart-wrenching story. I mean, to be fair, as we're going on, some of these really do play on the heartstrings. I've played A Way Out with my husband twice now, and what a beautiful game. Again, we've platinumed it on the PlayStation 5. I think we originally played it on the Xbox One. What a beautiful game, and what a stellar example of what a couch co-op should actually be. I've had to pause. So you know I said about the plane, which you probably heard. There's now somebody doing yard work, which you can also hear. So I'm so sorry if that is too loud. I am going to continue regardless. That is too loud. Hang on. We're going to have to march on because they're still going. So I'm so sorry if you can hear that sound. But I was saying, what a stellar example of a couch co-op game. You can clearly see, based on my list and based on couch co-ops in general, the ones that you can play as single player that have couch co-op as an option, the ones that they sort of shoved in couch co-op at the last minute, and the ones that are really built for couch co-op. A Way Out, you can only play couch co-op. The next two I'm going to talk about, you can only play couch co-op, and you can really, really tell the difference and the attention to detail and the care that has been put into these games into making them couch co-op, and I just appreciate that so much. That is really loud. I am so sorry. Now what do we talk about? Let's talk about Split Fiction, a game that came out this year. I was going to say this month. This year. I absolutely adored Split Fiction. It is everything for me. I absolutely love it. So you have a science fiction writer and a fantasy writer, and those worlds collide in very unexpected ways. And My gosh, I mean, I've spoke about them on wrap-ups before. I am absolutely gushing because I loved Split Fiction. My husband loved Split Fiction. We got through that so quickly. We platinumed it. We had such a blast. I would 100% play that game again. I bought it on a physical disc, so I could hopefully have it forever. Let's not talk about physical versus digital at the moment, but yeah, that's another story. But yes, I loved Split Fiction so much. One of my favourite games of all time. 100% one of my favourite games of all time. Everything about it is for me. You know, it's not, obviously, you know, I'm not being pretentious, but it really is a game for me, and I just love it so, so much. And it's just beautiful. I cannot gush about that game too much. So we'll finally talk about the last one, and if you've been following, you know what it is. It Takes Two, of course. So you play as Cody and May, and they are a struggling couple on the brink of divorce, basically, and they are turned into dolls, basically. It's a bit more complicated than that, but they have to work their way through these different lands to get back to themselves, and hopefully they can repair their relationship along the way. Now, I don't find either main character particularly likeable, but I don't think you're supposed to, really. But I absolutely adore It Takes Two. Again, we've played it twice on two different consoles. We have, that is so loud, I'm so sorry. We have platinumed It Takes Two, and I absolutely adore it. Hazelight Studios, one of my favourite studios of all time. I can't wait for them to make more games. I'm going to be there every step of the way because I absolutely adore these games. So yes, of course It Takes Two, Game of the Year. Yeah, of course it's on here. Of course it's on here. So that is my list of couch co-op games. Now my question to you is, are there any couch co-op games that you know of that you think myself and my husband would enjoy? Because we are desperately on the lookout for more couch co-op. Desperately on the lookout. We have played a few more couch co-op games, but they didn't make the list, so that should tell you all you need to know. But please let me know if there are any couch co-op games that you know of, because we are desperate to play some more. With that, I better get going because it's very, very loud. So thank you very much for watching. As always, it's appreciated. Let me know your favourite couch co-op games down below. And until next time, bye Embers.